Hi, good afternoon. My name's Hector Gavilla, and I want to talk about the plastic bag fees. There are two major concerns that I have about them. Is one, the dishonesty about this law, and the second is the potential health hazard that it may cause. The dishonesty started when the law was passed in 2016, and I didn't hear anything being said too much in the press or among any of the legislators that were campaigning that you passed this law. So you did this in secrecy and waited until after the election for the law to be enacted. The second part is the potential of the health hazards, because we're being asked to pay for these bags, but we're also being asked to pay for these bags as well. And what the dishonesty here is that there's this false narrative that these bags will last forever. They don't. Eventually, they'll be thrown out also. And as far as I could tell, this bag is not biodegradable. In addition to that, we were always told that you have to separate your meats. And as previous speakers said before, that is a health hazard, that you're going to mix in raw meats and food and dried food in there, and bacteria will stay. All it takes is for some meat products to have some leaks in there, and it's not possible to keep it 100% clean. So you're creating this hazard for them. And then there are people in the low-income areas where 5 cents is a lot. You see people going up to the registers and they count every penny, and they're being surprised because nobody here did a great job of educating the public in the 2 years that this law was passed, letting people know ahead of time. We were only informed at the end of December and January, and people were told for the first time when they were going shopping. So that's dishonest as well. Now, the other dishonest part, too, is that we're being told that bags are horrible for the environment. But, in reality, there's other things that are more harmful. And if we're concerned about plastic bags, what about this that shows up in people's driveways every day throughout Suffolk County? Okay? We don't ask for this. It shows up in my driveway. The snow melted. I see papers like this all the time. Why aren't you not concerned about this? Isn't this as much of a hazard, if not more, than these plastic bags? Now, on another note, separate topic, I read a very nice article written by Rick Brand, and it has to do with William Lindsay. I guess you paid for red light camera tickets using campaign funds. I didn't know that was allowed. Also, I just want to know, why would you want to, use campaign funding to pay for red light camera tickets? You claim that you used it for a constituent. What made that constituent special? Also, are there any other constituents that you're willing to pay red light camera tickets for? And should you tell them that they should send all their tickets to you? Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, Mr. Lindsay, just a point of personal privilege.
Just a point of personal, and Hector, I appreciate your comments, and I don't think you read the article clearly, because it stated in there that the campaign, that what was listed in there was an error, that it was paid out of my personal account, and it was for someone who was in a very difficult financial situation. I paid for that out of my own pocket, and I help people often who don't have the funds to cover not only those expenses, but their household expenses as well. So that was an act of gratitude. That was an act of charity. It wasn't an act of anything to do with my campaign.